We are hanging out at the Rock County Historical Society with Vicki today, getting ready for the Gowns and Guns exhibit, which will be here February 20th through March 16th. You are going to tell us all about this gun portion of this exhibit, which is pretty impressive.
Yes, I am. So in the guns exhibit, you're going to see 60 plus guns that were the tools of settlers, scoundrels, and soldiers in the 1800s. Most of these were purchased by George and Alice Tallman in the first decades of the 1900s.
Okay.
And I think all of these artifacts really bring people's lives to thought. So for example, these two guns were actually made here in Janesville. If you look closely, you'll see F.P. Stenard, Janesville, Wisconsin name here. Oh, yeah. Over here, Oscar Brooks' name. So these were both local gunsmiths working here in Janesville. Miss Mary Lutke, she carried this little baby hammerless, less than 4 inches, in her purse in the late 1890s.
Wow.
We, of course, have guns identical to what were used by the Wisconsin 1st and 2nd Cavalry during the Civil War, and a French-made gun used by the Confederate soldiers during the during the Civil War. And this is also identical to what Robert E. Lee had in his pocket when he surrendered. Look at this flintlock cannon-barreled blunderbuss. Wow,
I'm not sure what you do with that.
What a gun, yeah. Gun enthusiasts are going to love this volcanic repeating arms pistol, a very well-known gun, but not very commonly seen. Finally, I want to show you the gun that changed American history. So one day in April 1865, an actor carried this into Ford Theater, changed American history. This is identical to that gun carried by John Wilkes Booth.
Wow.
The grand opening is Thursday, February 20th, 5 o'clock until 7 p.m. And then after that, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. through Sunday, March 16th. Tickets are on our website, rchs.us, or at the door. So come on down.
So we needed to find some gowns, of course, to check out too. Linda, where are we? What is this building?
This is the Lincoln-Tallman Museum, located on the Rock County Historical Society campus. And it's an 1857 mansion built by the Tallman family. And within it today, we have about over 40 wedding gowns.
Wow.
Displayed elegantly throughout the whole museum. The gowns range in date from 1838 to 1928. And we have every style imaginable.
And there's stories that go along with the dresses.
There are stories that go along with them. Like this dress right here is Norman Levi Carl Sr. and Marion Bostwick. And they were married in 1893 here in Janesville. The wedding was actually in June. The dress, as you can see here, has the train. It's a ribbed satin silk. And then she wore a blue velvet cape lined with the same thing as the dress. And we have her shoes and her little purse that she carried in the wedding. The Bostwick family, for many, many, many years, had a large department store here in Janesville.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Carl, the groom, was an officer of one of the first banks. He was a big tobacco processor here in town. We had a lot of tobacco warehouses back in the day. And so their wedding was a big society wedding. But other weddings we feature were not that elegant, or they weren't that elaborate, I should say. They're all elegant. Another dress we're featuring is a dress that is from Robert Franz, Theodore Buggs, and Veronica Tracy. Now the interesting thing about this dress of a wedding from 1909, again, it's not a white dress, it's a very elaborate dress, but their daughter married a man who is a descendant of some of the servants in this house in the 1800s.
Wow.
So we have history ties all back through the city of Janesville and people that moved through Janesville and moved through this house. We want to thank our sponsors for the Gowns and Gun Show. And for the Gown Show, our diamond sponsor is Linda and Robert Pearson, honoring James and Vera Stillmank, founders of Vera's House of Bridals. Jennifer Eager Ely is a platinum sponsor of the Gown Show. Also sponsors of the Gown Show are Jack's Custom Printing, Rock County 4-H Fair, and Floral Expressions. And a big thank you to our dual sponsors of Janesville Area Convention and Visitors Bureau and Lamar Outdoor Advertising.
We are taking you for dinner at Drake's at Bourbon Street Lounge next. We'll be right back.